Good day to you, welcome, and it's Talkin really here. It's a lovely sunny day today, and I chose to come into the office and make some videos. I could be lounging at the beach. I saw the queue for the train and I thought it's going to be murder. It's going to be really busy. So I thought no, I will go and go home and have a cup of coffee, and then I will become productive in my video making. So here we are, we're here, it's Saturday, and I want to discuss reform and Labour manifestos for disabled people, because, well, basically we've had a few comments saying vote reform. Well, I'm sorry, but Richard Tice, who's the boss of reform and has made comments about disabled people in the past that really I thought, that's a bit dodgy. They're just as bad as anybody else. And of course we're not going to talk about Tories because we know what they're like. We've had 14 years of it. They're just going to carry on doing what they're doing. And of course they've got all these ideas that they're trying to bring in, like PIP reform, getting rid of this and that and the other, and forced transfer onto UC. That's all coming up. So we're not even going to bother giving you the manifesto for Tories, because I presume that you are like me, you are fed up with them. And if voting really mattered, obviously, we know that they wouldn't let you do it, but you've still got to vote for somebody. And I mean, ideally, what you would do is you would vote for none of the above, and basically spoil your ballot, because they're all bad. And if everybody spoiled their ballot, still vote but spoil your ballot, then I think the idea would be more prevalent that we are fed up with the system, because we're still voting, but we're not going to vote for anybody in particular. Now you can argue on the other side of that people will, if they don't vote for somebody, somebody will get in anyway. Well, let me assure you, in the case of London Mayor, you remember, Khan? Yeah, he's managed to get in again, despite everybody saying that he was a bad mayor and should not get in. Obviously there's some vote rigging there, maybe, allegedly, just like American election we had with Trump and Biden. We all know that's been pretty much proven that it was vote rigging. I think that London Mayor, exactly the same. So whoever you vote for, you're voting for a party which is basically the same as all the others. They're all going to do the same thing. They all hate disabled people. Now I just thought I'd go for this because that's quite surprising that Labour, who I wouldn't vote for anyway because of Mr Starmer, basically his attitude is he is a WEF agent, a World Economic Forum agent. He's pushing the agenda. He's also pushing for the WHO, IHR, and also various other things to do with the whole Great Reset. He's also a WEF member and proven to be on their side rather than ours. And as they say, he is just one cheek of the same backside, because we have the Labour and we have the Tories, and they are basically identical. They don't have any opposition there at all. However, just for clarity, we are going to have a look at the Labour manifesto, because it is quite interesting. So let's start off with Labour. So here's the Labour manifesto, and they've set their manifesto breaking down barriers, a manifesto for disabled people. So we have several things here. They're going to ensure a disabled child on UC receive the same amount as a disabled child on child tax credits. Introduce self-care element into UC to support severely disabled people without a formal carer. So this is like the SDP, the premium for severe disability that people get. Increase ESA, the work-related activity group. They're going to increase that by £30, which they took away. Well, the Tories took away. And this is increasing the carers allowance to the level of a job seekers allowance. So I don't know how much it is now, but it seems like they're trying to increase that. Immediately suspend all sanctions and scrap the WCA and the PIP assessment. So I don't know what they're going to be doing with that, but they obviously, that's the key words there, which every disabled person realises is basically a thing that we have to go through and should not really be there, because they're being assessed by the likes of Crapita instead of your medical practitioner, which knows you well. So I don't know what they're going to be doing. Maybe they're going to bring that in. Now obviously these reforms are going to cost 2.6 billion, and basically 2.6 billion is a load less than what they're going to give away. Well, Tories going to give away to that country near Poland, because I believe that's 30 billion and it's only 2.6. So, you know, it's a bargain. It's a bargain. In addition, they're going to halve disability employment gap, giving people the right to disability leave, develop a strategy through the education system, invest in the SEN system, that's the coordinators, and introduce measures to increase access for disabled people at every level of education. Ensure that disabled people can get justice by incorporating disability hate crime into law. I didn't realise it wasn't, but so this is violence against disabled women, and also to be reported annually. Break down barriers to disabled people in transport. They're going to end the driver-only operation on the railways. I presume that's just London, because I don't know any around my way. Expand bus services, and breaking down barriers to disabled people in cultural and political life by giving BSL full legal recognition. Marsha de Cordova said, "I am proud that Labour is the only party with a manifesto developed by and for disabled people." Interesting. So, on the face of it, that really does look quite good. So, reform, we have the other party, which we're going to have a look at, is the one that people go on about. But I've done a quick search, and unless somebody can point me to the right page, it doesn't look good, because there's hardly any sort of, as I previously discovered, there's hardly any things to do with disability in their manifesto. I mean, they do have some good ideas regarding other things, but as far as disability is concerned, not a lot. So beware. So let's have a look. Zero tolerance policing and tackling woke madness. What can I say? So they are going to cost the Conservative dearly, because they're not going to stand down. And Richard Tice, who I'm a bit dubious about, because I don't know his motivation. He just has the ideas. And of course, Nigel Farage, who could play at the election. He has declined to rule out a return. So they have this draft manifesto, our contract with you, and the only really one that we want to talk about later on is pensions and welfare, because that's the part with disability in mind. So they're going to have NHS, they're going to cut waiting lists to zero in the space of 2 years. Yeah. They're going to exempt 2 million frontline healthcare and social care workers from the basic rate of income tax, but for 3 years, so not forever. Tax relief of 30% on all private healthcare and insurance. They're going to hold a public inquiry into the excess deaths. That's interesting. That's something that no other party is doing. And of course, we all know what's going on with various subjects regarding that. Healthcare plant would cost 15 billion. Still a load less than what they're going to be giving to that country near to Poland. They're going to do the Bank of England quantitative easing debt into 75-year bonds. Yeah, I don't know about that. So tax, they're going to raise the minimum income tax threshold. Stamp duty, going to do away with that. Strap VAT on energy bills. Lowering fuel duty by 20 pence per litre. And reducing VAT to 18%. God, it's not been that low for many years. So, economy, there's several things there. We have the environment, energy and net zero. So they're going to, this is quite a big one. He said that Mr. Tice said the net zero is net stupid. They would abandon all existing carbon emission targets. Yeah. Going to save the taxpayer 20 billion per year. They are going to have clean nuclear energy. Right, education, childcare. They have this idea on interest on student loans with scrapped. Use the first 100 days to crack down on woke ideology in schools. Banning teachers the gender ideology and critical race theories in school. That's good. There are 2 sexes and 2 genders, presuming the same thing. Private schools will benefit from tax relief. And more on defence there. Now we come on to this one, which is pensions and welfare. So they want to get 2 million people back into work, and they want to have a crackdown on welfare. So benefits for job seekers would be withdrawn either after 4 months of unemployment or the rejection of 2 job offers. So that would leave you with no money. Assessment for PIP will take place face to face, whilst medical assessments for those on benefits would be required to take place independently. So I don't know what he means by that. Are they going to do it from independent, like Crapita, like we got now? I don't know. They're going to do a royal commission to the social care system. Reform has said that they want to reform the savings and pension system, making it much better and cheaper from a much younger age. And that is it as far as benefits are concerned, because there's nothing else. The rest of it is illegal migration, etc. So that's the 2 manifestos. I have yet to find anything else about reform and disability and benefits, something like that, because I know that the last time I saw a report, it wasn't looking very good. for disabled people. So, it's a big decision to make. I'm not sure whether any of them are any good. I think we need to scrap it and start again. But whether that will happen, I don't know. There's far too many people in the world are making far too much money. Right, any comments down below, please do feel free. Thank you, and I'll catch you next video.